Hello, hi guys, this is Asif, and in this tutorial we are going to learn about Node.js. So first question here is right, okay. So first I'm going to bring actually a lot of videos on Node.js. So this is the very basic of Node.js, which I'm going to start in the first part. So first question is right, what is Node.js? So Node.js is a platform which uses JavaScript as a language and Google Chrome V8 engine as a runner. So in this tutorial actually we are going to learn how to create a Node.js server. uh, so we are going to use in this tutorial express.js again, which is a framework. So using that basically we are going to create the node server. So now let us start with so here I have already created one Node.js project, which is called Express project, right? So we'll start everything from scratch. So first of all, I'm going to initialize actually one npm project. So now let me run the command actually. So we'll say here npm init, right? So uh, so let us initialize first the one npm project. So now here is asking some package name. So just everything I'm going to give here as a default version, description, entry point, test command, nothing, everything. So just you can enter here some default value. So now say yes. So now you can see here one npm project is ready. So this is the package.json file, which is very important. So here a lot of scripts and a lot of dependency stuff will come here, right? Okay, so because we are going to create a node server, right, using express, so now we need one npm module. So let us install that as well. So here npm, we'll say npm I and express. So here I'm installing actually express framework. So this is actually npm module. So using npm command I'm installing that. So now here you can see the express is downloaded, and now it's added into the package.json as a dependency. So now you can see one node module folder had come, and this is having lot of dependency stuffs. So now I think we are good to start to create a server. So what we will do here now, we'll create we'll create here one file first, right? Okay, for creating our server. So I'll say here server.js. So I'm creating one file here called server.js, right? Okay, so now let us start create first including the express framework in this file. So we'll create one variable constant, which is again express is equal to, so we'll say here require, and now we'll give express module name here, right? So now here express is included. Okay, so now let us create here app actually. So we'll create another variable called app is equal to, and now with this express we'll create app. So now app is available to us. Now what we have to do actually here, so in this tutorial actually we are going to learn some basic functions like get, post and delete APIs actually of HTTP. So we'll learn how to get a request, and how to do a post request, and how to do a delete request actually from the REST client actually as such. So let us first set up the now basically server. So we'll say here now app dot listen, right? Okay, so listen is the API which is available in the express.js. So now in the listen, right, okay, we can provide a port number. So basically where to listen the request, okay, which incoming request from the clients, and we can give here a callback actually basically. So this callback will get executed actually once your app is up and running. So we'll do a console log here to see whether really our app has started, right? So we'll say app has started. Okay, so we are doing here the console log. So now just let us start this server. So we will say here first, let us see here ls, right? Okay, so server.js is available. So now we'll say node server.js, right? Okay, so we'll node this script now. So okay, yeah, cool. Now here app has started. So it is just I have run this actually to see whether our code is perfect. So now our code is perfect with node server. So we are there actually to listen requests on this, but actually we are not set up any of the get, post or delete APIs. So let us now set up that as. So now I'm going to kill this app here, and let us first set up. So app.get, right? Okay, so this is the API which is your get HTTP verb, you can say. So this is the which will basically facilitate the get request here. So now we'll see here on the get request, right? Okay, we'll see let's say okay, so let us set up path as just slash here, right? Okay, so basically we are not giving as such any path, right? Okay, so after that this is the path, and this is now we have to provide one handler here, right? Okay, so this is the handler, right? Okay, so whenever any get request comes, this handler is going to get executed. So this handler will have to basically three API three variables, right? Okay, as such as the input, so which is a request, response, and you can say next. So we'll not use here any next as such. Okay, just we'll see here the first request and response, that's it. And in this, now let us just do a not a console as such, we'll give a response dot json, and will return basically here message actually on the get request. Okay, so we'll say this is a get request, right? Okay, so we'll say this is a get request. So here so whenever we hit this endpoint, okay, on slash basically endpoint, so we are going to get basically this message. Okay, this is a get request. So now let us run and see whether really we get response from this endpoint whenever we hit it, right? Okay, so again I'm going to run this node server. So now app has started, right? So we'll I'm using so we'll use here postman actually to run the request, right? So so what we have set here as a get request, right? So this is a get request. We'll say here local local host and on port number 3000, right? Okay, because we have set up this server on 3000 port number. So let us hit, right? Okay, so cool, right? Okay, see here the status code is 200 and this is a get request. So now our here our server is up and running, and we are getting the response as well from this get request perfectly. So our one endpoint is working perfectly fine. Now let us see the post as well, similar way. So just I will do a copy paste here with and just what we have to do, nothing, just we have to say here as a post request, right? Okay, so in the post request I'm not going to send any body or anything as such as of now. Just we'll hit as a post now from there, and we'll get the same response from we just will see that whether we get whenever we hit as a post request, whether we get response from this endpoint, right? Okay, so just I have added. So this is the like app.get, we have added now app.post, and this should return now. This is the post request whenever it has a post request, right? So let us kill again this guy and run it, and now this is up and running. So first we'll see get request itself. Yeah, it's up and running now. We'll see the post as well. So this is here get, right? Okay, now we'll hit again. So cool, now we are getting here as a post request, right? So our these two endpoints are working. Now let us see delete as well, right? So what we have to do now here is we have to just use the delete method, right? Okay, and we'll say here this is a delete request, right? Okay, so now here we have set up the delete as well. So now this whenever we hit any whenever we hit on this endpoint, right? Okay, as a delete method, now we should get this as a response. So this is a very basic which I'm showing here, right? Okay, just showing basically how to set up the basically APIs, right? Get post and delete. Okay, so but in real-time projects as well, right? The handler remains same, right? Just from here basically you write your own code, maybe connecting to a DB or doing something else, right? Okay, so let us see now this as well, whether this delete as well works. So just I get this guy. Now again start the server. Now this is started. So let us see all of three, right? Okay, so first this is a gate, right? Okay, this is working. Now let us see the post as well. So now it says this is a post request, right? Now let us see the delete as well. So now, yeah, cool, now we are getting the delete as well. So cool. Now in this tutorial this was the very basic about the Node.js. So Node.js server actually. So in this tutorial we learned about how to create Node.js server with Express framework, and just to set up basically how to do a get, post and delete APIs. So that's it, guys. Guys, for this tutorial. So this was the very basic about Node.js. So we are done now, and we learned basically how to set up a Node.js server. So in the next tutorial, I'm going to basically tell how to basically set up middleware in Node.js, right? Okay. So just wait for another video to come. That's it. Thanks, guys.